Hey Internet, it's your old friend Dominic here with the All-American Casino Guide. And if you're new here, we're a channel dedicated to providing you with all the tips, tricks, tutorials, and sometimes trivia that you're going to possibly need to know about casinos and casino games. So what we've done here is, since we have so much social distancing going on, but we love poker so much, we gather together online and we record it. And I give some feedback. So we've already played these games, but now I'm going to go back and kind of give some color commentary on a game we played the other night and hopefully get some insight as the hands unfold. Now, I do not remember any of these hands whatsoever, so it'll be really interesting for me to see how I predict each hand plays out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the hands. All right, so the action goes to Kyrgyzstan, who has King 9 on suit. It looks like they have decided that they're going to check. All right, and this is now my hand. I'm Novocaine 1985, you don't know. I decided to raise because I had Jack King on suit. Obviously, I didn't know what the other players had, but then James had a pair of sixes. He calls. Vendrick, of course, with Jack 8 on suit. Man, a lot of people have some good hands. Now, Adam actually has the weak hand here. He has 3-4 off suit. Okay, so here comes the flop. And it looks like Kyrgyzstan paired up his kings. I happen to pair up my jacks. And that's about it right now. So it looks like Adam went ahead and called the $200 bet that Vendrick called out. And all right, so here comes the 2 of diamonds. Wow, it looks like Adam's well on his way to a straight. Okay, Vendrick goes ahead and makes a solid $300 bet. Adam intelligently raises 600. I mean, you got to call and get some people out of the hands like right now. So you. Oh my God, he just pulled the straight. He's got a 6 high straight right now, so it's gonna be really interesting. Okay, he doesn't bet his whole chip stack, which was really responsible of him, but he does make that sizable bet. And I am stupid enough to call him because with my pair of jacks, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You know, easily I could see why James decided to call that hand because he had 3 of a kind. But whoo-wee, that was a rough hand. Okay, so new hand here. Let's see. Adam his hands are going by really fast, so I'll try to cover as much as I can in the time allowed. This would be better if I had done these in real time versus trying to retroactively do them. Okay, so a pair of jacks comes on the flop. No help for anybody, though James is 4 diamonds to the flush. And I'm looking at like a really bad high straight right now. And then my straight dreams go straight down the toilet. And let's see here. Just some more people checking. You know, it's always good to check if you don't have a hand, because those are free cards at that point. Go ahead and take a chance to get some free cards. Adam with a $472 bet. With essentially nothing. He's got a queen, and I guess he's 4 spades to the flush. So I mean, he didn't go all in, but he did get crushed right there when the 7 of clubs came out. I mean, he's got a pair of 7s, so there's that. He's got that going for him. But when there's a king and a pair, I mean 2 pair actually overall. So that was a pretty good hand. Let's see what the next hand has to offer us. Okay. All right. So it looks like Vendrick is got the button and Adam is the big blind. Okay. So I'm the first to make my decision here. I've been just hemorrhaging chips at this point, and I got King 4 suited. I'm going to limp in on the big blind. And it looks like Robert's considering even raise. No, he calls it. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a nice family pot. Okay, so the king helps me out in this particular situation. I got a pair of kings. So I have the top pair, but I have like the worst kicker imaginable. But right now I'm the only player who actually has anything. So I actually double Adam's initial bet of 236. Let's see if James decides to call. He folds, knowing that, intelligently there is a king on the board. So you need to realize that when there are four other players, somebody likely has a better hand than you. So Vendrick decides to fold because, again, he sees that king. He's doing the intelligent thing. Okay, so Alicia decides to just kind of weasel in here. And she might just end up winning at the river because now she's 4 cards to a straight. She's open-ended. An ace or a 9 at this point will put her right where she wants to be. Okay, so I go ahead and stupidly throw out 500 in chips. There's only 3 people. Oh my God, there it is. And just, you don't even need to be good at this game if you're just lucky. And then she just, I don't know why she only called with 200. I mean, I guess she was afraid of an ace high straight, but then she just took everyone's cash. So good job there, Alicia. Overall, you must trust your gut whenever possible. That's certainly for the best. Okay, let's see. Let's get the next hand up here. Okay, so I got a pair of 6s this hand, and I'm the big blind. So now James, with his 7 king offsuit, limps into the big blind. Let's see. Vendrick. What are you going to do, Okay. Ace 7, Alicia. I mean, just because you have an ace, you need to at least understand that that's not a great hand. So then I re-raise the big blind to 499. And just because, I want the price of poker to go up. I know what I was doing right here. I was trying to push some people out of the hands, and it's completely backfiring because every single person loves their hand right now. So the only player who gets any love, though, of course, is James, who paired up his king. That 3 ain't gonna help anyone. So right now, I'm probably sweating bullets at this point. And unfortunately, not bullets like aces. No, I'm just sweating because I have a pair of 6s, and I'm gonna get beat by anybody who has a king or a queen. All right, so I got 2 takers. James and Alicia. She's still banking on that ace. So what's going on here? Okay, so now here comes the ace again. See, she was banking on it. So now so 2 pair, aces and queens. It looks like Alicia's going to hands down win this hand. The only thing I can comment on here is that she should have went heavier into the hand. I wouldn't have gone necessarily all in on that hand, but I certainly would have bet more than like 670 and change, whatever it is she bet on that hand. Again, I'm sorry, these hands are going by so quickly. We'll try to fix that up in post. All right, so new hand as always. Okay, so Vendrick's the first with 6-5 offsuit. Alicia with 3 ace. I don't know, for some reason Alicia chose like some sort of weird serial number for her screen name. I think that might have been an accident. Adam, of course, the hungry Hungarian, gonna go Jack 7. He's gonna call that doubled big blind. Now I'm King Jack offsuit right now, but I'm going up against some pretty good hands. James with a Queen 10, so I had a slight edge. And of course, if anyone's gonna get a card, it's gonna be James, who's gonna pair up his queens. I'm 3 cards to a straight. Yeah, I mean it's pretty hot out here right now. So I'm gonna have to take a check to James, who's just thinking about the fact that he wants to bet 1,500 and change. It's interesting that Robert or Vendrick decided to call. I mean, I guess he's hoping for that 3 at this point, so he can get a 6 high straight. But I mean, you got runner opportunities. I mean, of course, Alicia with her ace 2, 3, 4. Now there's 3 spades on the board, but of course that doesn't really matter because nobody has 2 spades in their hand. But it's gonna be interesting if a 4th spade comes. Okay, so nobody got the straight, and it looks like we had just checks all around. So it looks stupidly like James is gonna be the big hand with a pair of queens. That's just sad. But it happens. A pair of queens is a fairly decent hand when you want it to be, or when you need it to be at least. I've seen much worse hands win bigger pots. So overall, that was pretty good sneaky move there. Definitely aggressive play, and I always like to see that. So speaking of aggressive play, here comes Adam right now. He's got King Queen, and he decides just to limp in on the big blind. So that's interesting. All right, so I fold this hand because I have 2-10 offsuit. That's what you should expect. Robert with a pair of snowmen. That's eights, a pair of eights for the uninitiated. And then Adams is going to go ahead and re-raise. And James with his 7 ace. And of course he pairs his ace. So he's got the top pair right now. Certainly not the best kicker. Now, Vendrick, of course, playing like he's got a pair. Oh my God. I'm so glad I'm not in this hand right now because I get to just sit back and see how this plays out. So, oh, wow. So, okay. So Robert with just 2 pair is going to go bet 3,000 trying to push some people out of the hands, but he's not going to push out James, who's got 3 aces. I mean, the only thing he's really worried about is a full house at this point. And sure enough, he reveals he's got 3 aces and wins the hand, wins the money, wins the pot. All right, so let's see. We got a couple more hands here coming up. Quite a few hands, I think, actually. We try to get as many hands in as possible so we can have as much commentary as possible. Overall, though, when you have 2 pair on the board, you have to be You have to be out there and assuming that a player probably has something. I mean, I don't harsh. At some point you got to take a gamble. And Robert thought that 2 pairs, aces and eights, was a decent hand. I mean, I don't question his logic. Hindsight's 20/20. So here we have him with a pair of queens. So I mean, he's Mr. Pocket Pair, one hand after another. I unfortunately am 7-8 offsuit. Adam's 9-10 offsuit. James is 3-2 offsuit. I thought my hand was bad. Okay, so 9-10 Jack. So like I'm probably feeling pretty confident, but of course Adam's probably feeling even more confident with his 2 pair. I think everyone probably feels pretty confident except James. That's probably why he folded his hand. No. Did he fold? He did fold. All right, so Adam raises because as you should, and I re-raise because I feel confident that 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack. Oh, I have a straight already. I didn't even realize. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I had the straight already. I had the straight on the flop. So this is going to be interesting to because I'm trying to keep track of too many hands at the same time. Yeah, so I had a freaking straight. I had a straight on the flop. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how I command this hand or just blow it. At what point I'm wondering I'm going to go all in or if I'm just going to try to slow play. It looks like I'm trying to slow play these people, which they know that when I'm slow playing, they know exactly how I slow play, so they can see it from a mile away. And I think Vendrick knows, and that's why he gets out of the hand. And then there we go. There's the full house that's going to stomp my dreams of winning this hand clear into oblivion because Adam now has 9s over 10s, a full house. So luckily for me, I wasn't stupid enough to go all in, but Alicia's got 2 pair. So she's probably feeling confident enough to make a 1,000 bet. But then Adam's got the 10s over 9s. And so the only thing he's really worried about is someone having a pair of jacks, which is highly unlikely. So he puts me all in and he's going to take all my money. I mean, I'm glad that I can laugh about this now. At the time, I'm sure I was angry at him. Yeah, there we go. 10s over 9 or 9s over 10s for the full house. Oh, God. And it's all because of the river card, man. This is a great lesson. If you can somehow get players out, you should train yourself to try to get players out of a hand if you even think there's outs. It's a fine skill trying to figure out the right bet that is going to get people out of the hand without, putting yourself in a position where you're actually betting more than you feel comfortable with. So I'm sitting out of this hand, and so is Kura Krasan. So it looks like the action goes to Adam with 6-3 off suit. Okay, so here comes the flop. We've got King 3 Ace. It's going to be a big help for Robert, aka Vendrick, who's got 2 pair now, kings and aces. Alicia with a mighty pair of 10s, pocket 10s. I mean, she feels confident. Adam, I don't know what he's feeling confident about. I mean, he's got a pair of 3s. Oh, jeez. And now Alicia's got 3 of a kind, so she's going to feel confident, as she should, because she's got the best hand currently. But a lot can happen when the river card comes. And there it is. A 5, which is going to help nobody. Yeah, so it looks like 3 10s is going to take the pot. I think the only thing I'm questioning here is that Alicia's not playing more aggressively with her betting. I'll have to talk to her about that next time I see her, and let her know that when she's got a hand, when she has at least 3 of a kind or a straight or something, like when she has a mid to a high tier hand, she's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive, especially, I mean, don't bet the farm, leave some chips in reserve, but for all intents and purposes, you need to be aggressive. There's this disbelief that if you bet too much, people will fold out of the hand and you're going to lose out on a bigger pot. I say screw that. It's winning. If you can get everyone out of the hand, you win the pot. I don't care if it's $5,000 or $5, okay? Like, you won, and you can, I mean, it sucks not winning more, but don't look at your hands or your particular, don't retroactively look at yourself in the way you played and then think to yourself, I should have played less aggressively because then I would have won more chips. You should certainly focus on just winning by any means necessary. It doesn't matter if you win because everyone folds or you win because you have the nuts. You just want to win, because losing equates to no gains whatsoever and just losses. Any hand you win is a gain, period, just by the virtue of the way the game is played. So that makes the last hand of this particular video. But guys, if you enjoyed this, make sure to click that like button. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, anything like that, go ahead and leave it as a comment down below. I do my best to write back to my adoring fans and audience as soon as I can, as quick as I can. So pound that big red subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding that notification bell so you'll be informed when and if we upload anything like this to the channel. And guys, my name's Dominic. This is the All-American Casino Guide. Wishing you luck and reminding you, play responsibly.